EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada, where the torch, in honor of the legendary owner Al Davis, has just been lit, as is tradition before kickoff at Allegiant Stadium, just off the Strip in Las Vegas. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Gonna get things started. And off we go from Allegiant Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
Keep it on the ground with Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. That is caught out wide on the RPO. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game, where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Open man, that's Dante Thornton. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He'll hit Tucker on the slant. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Smith to throw on first down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
On 2nd down, it's Geno. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
That'll be intercepted. That's the safety, Jalen Thompson. And the Cardinals are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
First snap, and Murray goes to the air. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back in Vegas after this. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Gino. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Ashton Genty. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Working out of the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Cardinals offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Back to throw is Murray. Now he'll run. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
There's a throw right side. Could be incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Now Murray to throw on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit.
And he does all he can to get away, but they're going to get him right at the line of scrimmage. And it will bring up fourth down.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
Here's Blake Gillikin now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And it's been a rocky start. An interception on the first drive and then a punt the last time they had it. Play action now. It's Gino. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Josh Sweat in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Man in motion here is Tucker. On second down, Smith. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They gained 18 yards on that one. First down, Vegas.
At the 41-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
They'll go play action. It's Smith. A throw right side. Taken in by Tucker. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is.
That penalty is declined.
Here's a handoff to Genty. Whoa! He's going to be taken down at about the 30. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Raider first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll locate Thornton over the middle. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime.
Goal to go.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal. Smith. He runs with it. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
4-yard gain.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. Now, Gino. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Walter Nolan gets in there for the sack, and now it's 3rd and goal.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. On 4th down, on comes Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7. Now his timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hansen. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our studios in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we'll keep it brief because the scoring has been brief. Just one field goal as we play on 3-0. I was promised there'd be touchdowns, so let's find out if we could get one in the third quarter. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half.
Daniel Carlson.
Just one score, one lone field goal. All these two teams could muster in half number one. What awaits us here in the second half? Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The Cardinals offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Murray gonna hand this to Benson. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 3rd down, Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Murray now on 2nd down. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
They'll send a man in motion left. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Murray. He finds his man, it's Dortch. And he'll take this one in. Greg Dortch, touchdown Cardinals. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Chad Ryland now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cardinals move out to a 7-3 lead.
Raiders 3.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. On the return is Dylan Laube. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Smith. No chance at all. He'll go down.
And this quarterback just continues to take a beating throughout the entire game. They have to find a way to keep him upright. Otherwise, I'm not sure if he's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Gino to throw. He gets this one to Tucker. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Open man, right side. He's got it. A gain of 16 on that pass play. 1st down, Vegas.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw. Smith. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive?
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Ashton Jenkins. Touchdown, Vegas.
Touchdown, Raiders.
What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He knocks it through, and the Raiders are on top. It's now 10-7.
The score, Raiders 10, Cardinals 7.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. He fields it at the 8. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Here's a screen set up for Benson. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But 1 first down will essentially end the game. Scrimmage, they pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
Back at the 36-yard line.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. Talk things over before third down. Working out of the gun, Smith. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cards offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. He gets this complete to Michael Wilson.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
It is 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Murray. They'll work this out wide to Benson. And he's out of bounds with the first down, so they get a new set of downs, and just as importantly, stop the clock.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Cards going to signal for their third and final timeout. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
15. First down, Arizona.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Murray. Catch made, right side by Wilson.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's 2nd down. Murray's going to throw again. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, The second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Murray on third down. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs. And just as importantly, stop the clock.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays. And the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation. And I think they got a shot.
Again, it's Murray. And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final minute.
Touchdown.
Just a tremendous finish to what's been a tremendous game, Mike. I mean, not only did they get that late touchdown here in the final stages, but here with time winding down, they're an extra point away from taking the lead and likely coming away with a big victory.
So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. Going for it all. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play. And the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Vegas.